Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Divine Feminine Oracle Show. I'm Julie from MAISON Jupiter, and I'll be your host for tonight's show. And of course, I'm here with my two co-hosts, Meg Moonbeam and Sophie from MAISON Jupiter. So let's start with you, Meg. First of all, welcome to the show, and how are you doing?
I'm good, very good, very happy. We're having our Sun conjunct Jupiter, luckiest day of the year. How are you doing?
Very good as well. I feel like it's like a polarized type of energy, right? Like we feel like the hectic energy of the eclipses, but also this nice Jupiterian flow. So I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. And welcome, Sophie. And how are you doing today?
I'm good, but I feel also the same energy. Like we're in a, at the beginning of the roller coaster when you feel like you're just going up and you feel that when it's going down, it's going to be really, really heavy because we're going up for a long time. It feels this way for today.
That's a very, very cool analogy. In fact, yeah, I feel it very much too. So welcome, everybody. It's nice to see you in the chat. We'll try to, of course, answer your questions towards the end of the show. And tonight we planned on talking about, well, first of all, the eclipse that's going to be exact on April 20th. So we're going up on this roller coaster before the big... how can we say that? The big showdown, the big drop, the big, I don't know, the exciting times. Let's just say that. So we'll talk about that since it's happening next week. And also we're going to talk about the Sun-Jupiter conjunction that we're having today. And it's in orb for about a week. So very lucky time, very lucky energy. And if also you have a question regarding astrology, please provide us with your sun sign, rising sign, and if you know it, moon sign. So if you are watching from Beyond Mystic today, please also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also pay us a visit over here on MAISON Jupiter, where you can also like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be adding some more content very soon as tomorrow, because Meg and I will be doing this astro decode here on Mercury retrograde. So how do you feel about that? And do you already feel the energy of Mercury retrograde, Meg?
Yeah, it's good that you just brought that up. I'm finding it hard to even speak right now. I don't know why, but Mercury retrogrades really affect me. Maybe because I have Mars in my third house or something. I don't know, but my words get all messed up. And yeah, so it's going to be fun to talk with you tomorrow about that, Julie, how we can be prepared for the Mercury retrograde and what it's all about.
Oh yeah, and I have a natal Mercury retrograde on my ascendant, so I do feel this energy of Mercury retrograde a lot, very strongly, and I also have difficulties to speak. So now we can blame Mercury for it, so that's really good.
And you're Virgo, that is ruled by Mercury.
Yeah, I have Mercury and Virgo on my ascendant. Mercury retrograde though, so sometimes I kind of have difficulties to speak and express what's on my mind. And if you haven't watched, guys, we did an astro decode with Meg on the eclipse season, so we went really in details about both eclipses. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's on the MAISON Jupiter YouTube channel. And also we had an amazing new psychic spy. Do I have the right slide?
Yeah.
Yes, it is the right one. So Sophie, tell us a little bit about what you guys discovered from yesterday's show.
Okay, so we discovered a lot that we cannot say again on YouTube. You will have to watch it, but the main theme that coming in during the show were the fact that we don't see truly, of course, who this person is. We talked a lot about the karma of the role, not just for this person, but we discover a lot about what it means to be in that position overall and what is linked to it. So I think we're going to do a whole other show just on a Vatican to cover a lot more. But on this show, we talked also about the prophecy of the Pope. So Saint Malachi prophecy. If you're not familiar with this is something that is worth you researching it. There is many documentaries and books on this topic, and it's mainly talking about the fact that each pope in one prophecy were described by a few words, and this would be, there's a big reveal here. So yeah, this would be, according to the prophecy, the last pope, and there's a ton more that we're saying about this, so you want to watch this.
Oh, wow. Yes. And also hi JC, is saying Judgment Day, the prophecy is here. So I think you guys are going to enlighten us with why is he going to be the next, the last one. Amazing. And Carla, hi Carla, is saying all the Psychic Spice show have been so interesting and revealing. And I agree with her. Thank you so much, Carla. Wow. And here Baja girl saying not Mercury retrograde. Well, already messing with me. Yeah. So Mercury retrograde happened 3 times a year, so it's normal that sometimes you're like, not again. Yes, it's coming very fast, but don't forget that it's usually minor annoyances in life, so it's not as big as the eclipse per se as an energy of change. So if you're feeling like big changes in your life, it's probably more the eclipses you're already feeling than the Mercury retrograde stuff. So I'd like to ask you guys, so let's start maybe with Meg. Is there like an energy or a theme coming up for you in your, let's say, energetic awareness? Is there something upcoming from your consultations or something you notice that's kind of the general energies?
Mm-hmm. I'm noticing that a lot of people are feeling a build-up to something. They're feeling some kind of event or something is coming, and what are the right decisions to take now? Before we started the show, Sophie was bringing up how a lot of people are talking about moving in consultations. I'm having the exact same thing in the consultations. People really reflecting on big life changes, potentially taking really big life changes, which, as you said, Julie, eclipse seasons always bring. And yeah, that is more of an eclipse energy rather than a Mercury retrograde energy. So I can definitely feel it in a very palpable way, this buildup of energy. But what's also been coming through is that there's multiple timelines available. So what's so cool about this certain Sun conjunct Jupiter that we're having today is Jupiter, one of the things that rules in astrology is our beliefs. And Jupiter teaches us that whatever we believe in becomes our reality based off our belief and value. So we can be on whatever timeline we like. And even though we can feel this energy building and it's quite intense, I don't think that it has to go into a catastrophic place. Or like when we were researching the prophecy of the popes, Sophie, some of that stuff was making me feel like, you know, they were talking about apocalypse and the end of the world. And I don't really resonate with that timeline. So I feel like we're on the higher timeline right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And also, like, I think we need to, let's say, repeat that Jupiter is all about expansion. So expanding your energy. So it makes sense because right now we have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. So we're already like having a preview of the eclipse in the sense of this expansion energy that we're feeling already. So when we're going to have the eclipse next week, the first one, the eclipse is going to still conjunct the planet Jupiter. So amidst of all, let's say, the harshest energies of Pluto, the Pluto square, and everything that's going to change in our lives, we want to change for a better version, a bigger and a more expansive version of our lives. More freedom, which is Jupiter, more truth, more sense of purpose, which is another big one for Jupiter. So maybe some people are going to travel, want to move internationally, which is all Jupiter, gain more knowledge, start teaching. So it's like we want bigger, better lives. So I think the changes that we're going to implement will have to do probably with this sense of also gaining more purpose in our lives. So yeah, Sophie, do you feel something on your end with the consultations, or you personally, do you feel a theme that is coming up a lot throughout your consultations?
There's a lot of moving, like Meg said. But bigger than this, I think that, yes, there is a build-up, but it's just a new phase. We have been purging and preparing for this next step for so long, guys. We're ready. We're more than ready. It's just that we need to trust that whatever is coming next, we're going to be able to face it and to embrace it in the best way possible. So it's not to fear any buildup, because if you have done the work, what is coming towards you is the next chapter, and it's going to be more aligned with who you are and at your core. So right now, what you have to be doing is not to try to force destiny to be in your favor. It's not going to try to force anything to stay the same. It's just going to be connect with the core, connect to who you are, what you really need at this time, and trust that the universe will bring that to you and embrace the change that is coming. This is what I try to also check in with everybody in consultation right now. It's, what do you really need at this point? Whatever is coming your way during the eclipse, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So stay aligned with you, what you need, and everything will be perfect for you.
Yeah, we're just human creatures in this lifetime, at least, that we like our little comfort. We don't really like drastic change. So, but happily or sadly, depending on the way you see it, eclipses are here to bring change on a collective level and on a personal level as well. So it's here sometimes to shed some type of skin, but allow you to open up for a brand new chapter. And I keep repeating that, but I think it's such a great analogy. I think it's Susan Miller, an astrologer, that used to say that once you go through a pair of eclipses, it's like crossing a bridge. But once you're on the other side of the bridge after both eclipses, then you can't go back because the bridge self-destructed. So it's like you're going through a lot of personal changes, but then you can go back to the old version of yourself or of your life. So it's a lot to integrate, I know. But I feel like Sophie just said it's for the best and for our higher purpose. So before we dive in the main content for tonight's show, I just wanted to tell you guys here that you can book with Sophie or Meg for a personal reading. So don't forget to enter Beyond Mystic in one word to get your 10% off on MAISONJupiter.com. And if you're looking, let's say, for you have questions, you want to get guidance on, let's say, more practical stuff, Sophie is really great with questions. And if you would like to turn towards more astrology, either your birth chart or get like the energies for the year coming, you can book with Meg. That's the 1 year looking here. So either the birth chart or the 1 year personal forecast. So, and again, don't forget to use Beyond Mystic in one word to get 10% off. So that's here for our bookings. And then just before, I'd like to introduce you to this wonderful pyramid by the amazing Carla. So one of you lucky supporters will get the chance to have this wonderful pyramid, and we'll have also a candle for one of you lucky supporters. So let's listen to
Hello guys, this is Carla. Organized again with a new piece of the astrology series. This is Cancer. So Cancer is made of moonstone, rose quartz, rhodonite, red jasper, brass metals, and the tetrahedron symbol in gold. Mustard yellow, green, and pale yellow are great colors for Cancers. Cancers are known to be very friendly, community builders. They carry their emotions in their sleeve. Stones like rose quartz and rhodonite help keep those emotions in balance, also promote love. Moonstone helps with new beginnings, with transitions and change, and also to stabilize emotions and bring calm and peace. Red jasper is great for motivation, to keep you going, keep you on track. I'll give it a quick turn so you can see it again. And there's Cancer. Hope you guys like it, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much, Carla, for this amazing pyramid. As usual, very, very beautiful. I love this energy, the gold energy from this one. And we have also a calm candle to donate to one of you lucky supporters for tonight. So calm candle is infused with blue lace agate. Yeah, I was just reading at the same time to make sure I'm not saying anything. So blue lace agate, so it's opening up the throat chakra. Very soft candle. I really love the scent of this one. I think it is my personal favorite. So it's musk and coconut. So those candles are handmade by the amazing Elena, and all the crystal are energy infused and also charged at the full moon. So that's what we're donating for tonight. Did I forget something? No, I think that's it. So let's talk about the eclipse for next week. So we know that usually eclipses have about an orb of 1 month prior to the exact date of the eclipse as an influence orb. So we're very much in that orb. So let's say usually there's changes that you'll feel on a personal level, but also on a collective level. And it's not necessarily happening on the day of the eclipse. Sometimes it's weeks before, sometimes it's weeks after. So from now until the exact date of the first eclipse, which is April 20th, we'll be very much in that big change phase of eclipses. So let's go to the slide I prepared for you guys, so I make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So yeah, let's talk about this eclipse. So first of all, it's going to happen at 29 degrees of Aries, which is a critical degree, so very important degree in astrology. I call this one the final battle. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of rebellions, a lot of, let's say, warlike action. Let's hope non-violent, of course. But people are going to want to rebel against what has been, let's say, implemented on the world. Also, in mundane astrology, Aries is part of what we call the world axis. So whenever we have eclipses on the world axis, it means that usually it's events that are very impactful for the world. Also, this eclipse, as we said, is going to conjunct Jupiter. So opening up to a new fated cycle with more justice, also fighting for our human rights. We kind of have this spiritual warrior energy. And on a more personal level, I'd like to talk about that one with you guys. It's going to activate very much the root chakra because of fits in the sign of Aries. So for sure, it's going to trigger a lot of financial security issues, feeling unstable. So, and also Mars is going, which is the ruler of this eclipse, is going to square Chiron in Aries. So a lot of triggered emotions, I think, are going to surface by this feeling of lack of security. A lot of people will feel in survival mode. Also, it's the last pair of eclipses while the nodes are still in the financial axis. So we've had eclipses for a year and a half while the nodes were in the financial axis. So a lot might happen also with the financial system, triggering a lot of people into this, let's say, energy of feeling unstable, feeling not grounded with the root chakra. So I'd like to start asking questions to you, Sophie, and perhaps you can pull cards and let us know, how do you think this eclipse will affect the world?
And you said the root chakra. It makes me feel about those, all the question about moving right now. If you feel unstable and
Right.
the root chakra is there, it's really about where do you have your own safe place and where can you grow roots in.
Yeah. I had the vision of roots when you said that. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
So you're asking this more in the collective or for the world event?
Well, as you prefer. Either we could ask for personal, how we can feel it personally, or whatever you think it's best.
Okay.
So do you want to pull for, like, say,
The main
personally?
energy? I will just ask the main energy, what we have to know about this.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we have the Rebel so far. I will take 2 other cards with the tarot deck. But we have the Rebel. So this is my card for Aquarius energy. And we have Tribe. And we have Too Much, Get Out. So let's see what cards go with them. But I see something. Yeah, the Justice. Of course, the Justice. Okay, and the Tower and the World. Okay, 3 major arcana. So it's payback time. It's going to be some kind of I don't want to say fight. I feel like we fought enough in the past. I think now it's payback time. And you tell me with the energy how you both feel about this. If you have something to add on with this, of course. But we do have 3 major arcana. We have the Justice, the Tower, and the World. There are indications that we, as a collective, and not just this community, but all the people, are going to have something that is going to just major shift in what we consider rebel and what we consider to be part of the norm. Because with this Tower and the World and the Justice, it's like we had this huge veil for many people, and they were unable to really see what was fair and what was being done behind the veil. And now this is all lifted with 3 major arcana of that kind of major arcana. We're not just dealing with little ones. We're dealing with Justice, the Tower, in the World. Those are major divine intervention. Those are major cards linked with eclipses. I have to say, it's ending. It's just payback. Like I said, it's just karmically, we're going to shift the vibration, and we're going to finally see a lot of 3D change. But it's not just going to be one by one. I feel it's going to be a big piece of it in the same time. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, well, thank you, Sophie. I feel the same. And usually when we pull cards in tarot and we end up with those kind of cards, it really feels like it's eclipse season. So the Tower, the World, sometimes the Wheel of Fortune, it's like those are like the eclipse cards.
Yeah.
Excellence. Meg, I'd like to know, how do you feel about this eclipse? I know we spoke about it quite a bit, but do you have some more, let's say, more recent downloads about this eclipse, either on a personal level or a more collective level?
Yeah, I think on the personal level, it's very much about where do we need to take action in our lives, and where do we need to take our power back in our lives? Because Aries is action, movement, life force, and also our empowerment and confidence and bravery. And it's such an interesting contrast to the energy that we've been in the past couple of years with, Neptune in Pisces and then Jupiter in Pisces at the same time. Like, I keep feeling that, how we've come out of this Piscean overlay, and now we're into so much Aries activation in 1 year, with this eclipse cycle starting in the Aries Libra axis, the North Node moving into Aries in July. So this is all about taking action and being the leader of your own life. And I do feel on the collective level, with this eclipse being at 29 degrees, which is a Leo degree, Leo does rule our leaders. And we're seeing a lot going on with particular leaders right now. I think that's going to be very highlighted. I keep kind of getting this psychic feeling that 3 leaders might fall around the same time.
Oh, wow.
So there's going to be people losing their leadership positions that are not in alignment with the higher good, the higher collective. And eclipses, you guys, the energy doesn't just last for that eclipse season or that day or that week. It's actually for the next 6 months, until October, until our next eclipse season. So everything we're talking about with this eclipse, it's going to be really highlighted during the eclipse season, but we're also going to see it as themes for the next 6 months. So I think leaders are going to change. I think we the people are going to take action in ways that we haven't done before, and we're going to take our power back. So I'm excited by it.
I love that, Meg. Yeah, and like, I agree with you so much, and it's important to say it again. I feel like the eclipses don't only last for a day or a week. It's like you said, it's until the next set of eclipses, which is going to be October and November. And also, I'd like to also talk about this Pluto squaring the nodal axis. So this eclipse, especially this one, will be in tight square to the planet Pluto. So this eclipse, sun and moon, will be at 29 degree of Aries, which is the very last degree of Aries, and squaring Pluto at 0 degree of Aquarius. So it's like within 1 degree of a square, so really big. Usually when we have a square, a planet squaring the nodal axis, we say it's a crossroad type of aspect. So it's like a choice point in the collective, because Pluto is an exterior planet, so it deals more with the collective than the personal stuff. But of course, it's both, as above, so below. But I feel like it's a big choice point in whether we're going to hop on the timeline of digital ID, AI, and all that stuff, technology being used for, let's say, not the greater good of humanity versus our future, which is the, let's say, the higher timeline of Aquarius, which in my opinion is communities, people getting together, connecting more together with the whole Earth. How do you view personally, Meg? I'd like to know this Pluto squaring this eclipse. What's your feeling about that?
What it's making me feel is like I'm seeing in my mind's eye the Matrix movie where I forget what that character, what's that character where he Morpheus. I'm seeing Morpheus with his hands, and he's got the blue pill in one hand and the red pill in another hand. And it's kind of like we're getting red pilled so hard collectively at the moment now. And this Pluto square, the north nodes, I feel is doing that even more so, that everyone who's not awake yet, it's just going to get to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, this is going on. I'm going to face it now. That's what I'm feeling, particularly towards the financial system, as Pluto squaring, the Taurus North Node, the Scorpio South Node, to corruption, South Node in Scorpio. So we're still in this huge revealing phase. Pluto is the great revealer, and it's a square. So it's not easy information to be taking in. There's a lot of intense things going on right now. And I don't know why this is, Spirit wants me to say this, but for example, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys know Julian Assange, who basically started WikiLeaks, is still in a jail cell in London. Like, he's been locked up for the past 13 years. And there's really intense persecution, Pluto, still happening to people that are truth speakers and freedom lovers. And there's still a little bit of, Pluto squared the North Node, still a little bit of tension in doing so. Like, we're not totally out in the clear in sharing information. I believe that we're safe, but there's intense things like what's going on with Julian Assange, what's going on with censorship in Canada. We've got the Bill C-11 happening right now. Yeah. So it's so many things, so much information becoming so plainly obvious that it's ridiculous and it's dark and it's even evil, that I feel like it's happening so in your face and Pluto-like intensely to wake as many people up as possible at this time. That's what I'm doing.
Well said, Meg. And also, whenever Pluto enters a sign, it first reveals the corruption about an archetype. So Aquarius is all about freedom, the freedom of speech, which is also Aquarius in my opinion, and all about technology, social media, internet. So it makes sense that it's up in our face now for us to go on another timeline and react differently. And now we're being asked to actually take action with all this Aries energy. Sophie, did you have something to add to this conversation? And also, I'd like you to pull cards on this Pluto square the nodes energy. What can you get from the cards? What guidance can you get from the cards? Because, by the way, this Pluto square the nodes is going to happen until November. So it's pretty much an all-year type of thing, but it's going to be very, very activated right now and with the first set of eclipses.
I keep just remembering when you talk about all of this, what happened this week with the Dalai Lama. This is just another example of archetype that is just bluntly put in your face in every sense of the term. And that is just something that I did not expect. So I cannot imagine people who are not even starting to get into whatever they will have to get aware if they learn this, it's just they're going to have a lot of things to learn really, really fast, when all of this is going to be just the only truth out there, because it's the only thing that will make sense anymore.
Yeah.
So that's,
yeah, like Meg said, it's like here you are.
yeah. Oh. Okay. Do you know why, Meg, you had that image in your mind?
It was just talking about the red pill and the blue pill, I think.
But you had to bring this up right now, because look at my cards. We have two ends. We have the different colors, and we have the devil offering one end.
So pretty much a choice point, yes.
That's wild.
We have the devil offering you to be in servitude and not to have to worry about everything, because everything will be pre-eated for you, pre-done for you, pre-think for you, preset for you, and you will have to just do your day, sleep, watch TV, it's done.
So it's like the let's say the distraction from the Matrix, I think, are going to be hyped up as well, because like as the devil card and the and what you're getting, it's kind of like, oh, come here, it's going to be so easy if you don't look at what's going on, but here it's like the universe pushing you to take action and make a decision and take accountability for yourself, which is a lot harder than the devil energy.
Absolutely. The devil is tempting because it's easier. It's the devil card in the tarot deck rule also sugar. So it's not that it's not tempting. Those things are really tempting, but it's the excess of. So of course you can watch TV. Of course you can go and eat sugar. Okay, of course you can do anything that is ruled by this card of the devil. It's the amount of. It's when you don't think for yourself. It's when you only spend time doing those things. It's you have to think by yourself. You have to act for yourself, and this is the option that is going to be given to you. So we have two different options right there, and we have the teamwork in between. Three of Pentacles. This is a teamwork. So we're going to have more communities, as we were saying in the beginning. We're going to have people coming together to work together, and on the side of it will be the temptation of, it would be so much easier to just go back before all of this and just maybe not have to worry or fight or do anything that is asking me effort or asking me to go and to stand up.
Yeah, wow. So relevant, because I kind of had this download this week. I was like, oh, the old system is still fighting for our attention. And, we say we're, I'm going to mess this one up, but where the energy goes, attention flows. It's the opposite. Where attention goes, energy flows. Here we are. So I kind of had this one coming into my mind as like, yeah, like you said, Sophie, it's cool to watch TV. You just want to dumb your brain down, but also be really aware of where you place this attention, because you could, instead of binge watching a whole series, you could use the same time and energy maybe to distance yourself from the old system, learn something new. You know what I mean? So I kind of had this download, and I was like, yeah, I need to really use this time and energy with a lot more awareness. And it's kind of leading me into the promo here, so which I think is a really great one for this energy. We just created this new reboot promo for the Beyond Mystic Academy and also the Beyond Mystic Insider Access Pass. So right before the big financial changes, we really wanted to give a 50% off. So on the Academy, it's on all courses and workshops, and on Beyond Mystic, it's on the Insider Access Pass, which give you access to all the shows that are right now are available on pay-per-view, including Psychic Spies, including Beyond the News, the Astro Woo, the Beyond Crypto Woo. So I think it's a good occasion to really use this energy, marshal your energy, and make it count. So you're going to be well prepared when we step into the new world. So I just wanted to point that out. And don't forget to use the code is reboot50. So right here, reboot50 to get the 50% off on the Academy or BeyondMystic.net website. And I'd like to know, Meg, about what we just said. Did you have something to add to the conversation? Do you also feel like this attention war on your energy? And also, do you feel like also the old system is trying to make it harder for us to step into the new world?
Yes, they're giving it all they've got. This is a force coming at us with literally all they've got, and love and light is going to win at the end of the day. But I keep seeing like a battle and, army tanks just giving all that they've got because they know that they're dying. They know that they're not going to win. So it's how much damage can they create and how many people can they take with them in the fallout. And Sophie, what you said was such a good point. That was a really good takeaway from this show of that devil card and how, in our society, so many things have become so easy. You can literally order food to your house. You can just watch a movie on TV instead of, like you said, Julie, reading, actually doing something. And it makes me think about when we were looking into the prophecy of the popes and looking into a lot of these figures, a lot of the popes wrote books. A lot of the old presidents actually wrote books themselves because they didn't write TV. People used to Aries accomplish more. People used to take so much more action. And I'm excited for the nodes shifting into Aries and South Node in Libra and with this eclipse, because I think I'm also noticing it with myself. Like I'm being really hard on myself with my phone and how much time I spend on that. And I notice how good not good I feel with that and how much time gets wasted on that. And this is really about us taking back our power and how we want to use our time. And I think that devil card was a really good takeaway to show us when something seems too easy, maybe it's not for our highest good. Because especially in astrology and natural time and the archetypes of the planets, like Saturn teaches us that everything, true legacy, true success comes from hard work.
Yeah.
Right. Jupiter can give us luck and abundance kind of like for no reason. That's the fun thing about Jupiter. That's why we all like Jupiter, because he's like that. But the long lasting Saturn, things that are actually going to last, it comes from hard work and it comes from the action that we take. So yeah, I think that was really powerful what you shared, Sophie.
Well said. Thank you to the both of you. I think tonight we have a lot of aha moments. I love that. And also, okay, I'd like to take both of your take on this Sun-Jupiter conjunction that we're having, because a lot of astrologers say that it's the luckiest period of the year whenever the Sun conjuncts Jupiter. So Jupiter, the planet of good luck, of expansion, of good fortune, of abundance, also of knowledge. So I think that's kind of why also the promo was such a good timing there. If you want to learn, generally speaking, something new, Sun conjunct Jupiter, I mean, it's a really, really good time to do so. So first of all, I'd like to ask Sophie, can you pull cards on the energy of that Sun conjunct Jupiter, which will be kind of an orb for, let's say, a week or two?
Okay. I feel the pressure of everyone wanting good news right now.
We'll help you.
Okay, we have it. Oh, okay, it's good. It's good. That's why. Okay. It's not stopping. Good. 6 of coins. We had that as the last card from the last question. So this is payback time. And that is the same card that I'm getting. It's different deck, so that's why it's a different image. But it's still whatever you put energy in is now coming back towards you. And it's just the natural flow. And if this is not enough, we have the Queen of Coins, which is the abundance. So it's not just about money. It's really about reciprocity. Where in the Pisces season, we had to just sacrifice and give and maintain something. Now we have finally this abundance coming back. So yes, it can be money. Yes, it can be love. It can be respect. It can be opportunities. It can be many, many things, but it's where you have planted seed in your life, where you had really done the work, like I said earlier, it's going to be abundant now. And why? It's because we had this as the past. Whatever you knew that you had to sacrifice because there was 2 other cups that was in the background needed your attention. Temperance, it's literally this card of soulmate. What is distant for you? What is the patient card? What was really for you is now presenting itself, and it's going to be calmer water for not world events, of course, but mainly about the collective energy. It's going to be less fight, less I need to put more effort, I need to try this harder, it's not working. Now it's working. Now it's easier. Now it's not going against the current, it's going go with the current.
It makes sense also because Jupiter also represents our, let's say, consciousness. So as we're raising our vibration altogether and we're shifting with the age of Aquarius, I think we're kind of having a better frequency and better manifestation of that Jupiter archetype. So maybe now we get a lot more wisdom and a lot more abundance from it, not just like the good luck, that just happened like on a random day. Now it's like, oh, we attain true freedom, joy, truth, a lot more higher vibration through this Jupiter. I'd like to ask you, Meg, because well, this Sun-Jupiter conjunction is going to manifest something different, whether it's happening in your first house. Let's say you're an Aries rising. If you're a Taurus rising, it's going to be in your 12th house. So let us know in the chat if you know in what house it's going to happen for you, this conjunction. If you don't know, just let us know your rising sign. And can we do like a turn of the zodiac to let us know what you can expect from this Sun-Jupiter conjunction, depending on your rising sign?
Yeah, for sure. So do you want to go through all the rising signs?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I don't mind at all. So this is a whole sign method. Okay. So if you do tropical Placidus astrology, which I like to do, but it's easiest to share this the whole sign way. So to know totally for sure, you guys, if you do Placidus, you'd want to check the degrees of the beginning of each house. It's a little bit technical, but anyways, we'll do it the whole sign way. So if you are an Aries rising, this eclipse is going to be happening. Sorry, the Sun-Jupiter conjunction, we got so much stuff going on, is going to be happening in the first house. And this, I keep wanting to say eclipse, conjunction is really affecting
Well,
Aries.
also the eclipse is going to happen in the same house, so you're not mistaken.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, this actually goes for the Sun-Jupiter conjunction and the eclipses that are happening, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be affecting Aries definitely the most out of any other sign. And also the 2 other fire signs, Sun and rising Sagittarius and Leo. So Aries, with this conjunction activating your first house, this is about self and how you're seen and your relationship to yourself. So you can get really lucky by taking some sort of action around what you want for yourself and not what other people are projecting onto you. So it's a really good time, Aries, Sun, and risings, to tune into what is your truth and what is your dreams and taking some kind of action for that. And the luck that can happen is come from being seen and you having opportunities presented. I find that's a very first house thing, opportunities being presented and being seen in some way. So very lucky time for Aries. And for Taurus, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think it was perfect. So on point. I love that.
Amazing. So the Taurus suns and risings, this is activating in your 12th house. And I'm a Taurus rising, so I'm currently having that. And we are being blessed and lucky in the areas of spirituality and also creativity. So this is our time, you guys, to be meditating, to be journaling, to also go into our own sacred space. The 12th house is kind of hidden and behind the scenes and being in your own sacred space, being in your bedroom or your meditation room and connecting to spirit. It's about your spiritual connection, and your psychic abilities can really open up. You can have some sort of spiritual breakthrough. So prayer, meditation, creative work is how us Taurus rising and suns are definitely going to get blessed.
And I'd like to add to that, Meg, don't forget to also ask your spirit guides if you need any help, because Jupiter is also the planet of help. 12th house is like hidden help. So spirit guides, spirit family, star family. So don't forget to ask them for any help.
Such a good point. And for Gemini risings, this is activating your 11th house of Aquarius, which is the areas of life of groups and community and like-minded people, as well as your dreams and aspirations. So with any Sun conjunct Jupiter, we want to be focusing on our dreams. We want to be saying them out loud or visualizing them. But this is also, I think, particularly lucky for Geminis, because the 11th house rules our dreams and affirmations, to really be focusing on those things and visualizing them, putting them out there. And also it's a very lucky time to be in groups. So even not just today, but for the rest of this week, to go to a class of some sort, to go to a community event, to be in groups of like-minded people. You can make new friends. That's very much the 11th house. You can make new networking connections. So it's very much about the community and groups and focusing on your dreams and aspirations. So that's Gemini rising. And did you want to add something, Julie?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. Thank you.
Okay, cool. And for Cancers, this is a really interesting one. Cancer risings, your 10th house. This Sun conjunct Jupiter is happening in the 10th house. So this is career and legacy and being seen publicly. So you guys, if you take the action in terms of your work and career, this is a very lucky time for you. You guys may be getting promotions out of nowhere. You guys may be getting new jobs, new opportunities coming in work-wise out of the blue. So that's really exciting. And this is everyone's Sun conjunct Jupiter luck is going to be amplified by taking action, because it's in the sign of Aries. So wherever it's going in any of these houses, you want to be not just sitting around and, drinking a Coke and like, okay, I'm waiting for it. You actually want to take the action in that area of life, and the luck and rewards will be bigger. So it's very much about work, Cancer risings, and your legacy. And you may be thinking about, what legacy do I want to leave behind? And maybe that's something that you want to journal about. That could be like a journal prompt for you. What is the legacy that I want to leave behind to this planet through my purpose, through my work? So this is could be a really busy time for you, Cancer risings, as well, where you're working a lot. So yeah. So for Leo risings, this is activating your 9th house, this Sun conjunct Jupiter happening in the 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius. And that is the house of Jupiter in astrology. So the 9th house is actually a really lucky house. So you Leos, you guys are lucky to begin with, because I know some people might not like this, but I think that Leos are actually the best sun sign to be, because Leo is ruled by the sun. Right. So you guys are very positive and lucky to begin with, but now this Sun conjunct Jupiter is activating that lucky 9th house of Jupiter. So this is about foreign travel, expansion, higher learning. So, we got that reboot promo going on at Beyond Mystic. You could get very blessed and lucky by doing a new course, by learning something new, by taking a workshop. You could have a huge breakthrough personally, spiritually, from higher learning. That's Sagittarius and the 9th house. So you can get luck from courses and workshops, and also through traveling. You may be feeling really drawn to travel at this time, to start planning a trip. There could be a retreat or some opportunity of travel coming your way that feels really good. So definitely a good time to go for that. And so really good to take action in the areas of higher learning and also travel and optimism. If Leo risings, if you've been having a hard time, which I know a lot of you guys in consultations, the Leo suns and Leo risings actually have been having quite a hard time, because Leo is the opposite sign to Aquarius. And we've been having Saturn in Aquarius and then Pluto in Aquarius. So the Leos are kind of we're not having a lot of Leo right now in the current astrology. We're having a lot of Aquarius. So the Leos can be feeling a little bit out of their element because life isn't super fun. You know, Leo rules fun and enjoying life. So for you guys, you know, you guys deserve to do a trip or to learn something new. That's where you can definitely get blessed and lucky.
That's me. I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel that very much.
Yeah, for sure. And even teaching, you guys might want to step into a teacher role, Leo. So not just learning, but maybe doing your own course or teaching or guiding or mentoring someone. And for Virgo risings, this Sun conjunct Jupiter is happening in the 8th house of Scorpio. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's a Sun conjunct Jupiter. So this is a very positive aspect. So what is the 8th house? It's transformation, it's rebirth, it's cleansing, it's other people's resources and money, it's hidden money. So this is, you know, Jupiter is one of the ones that rules abundance. So this could be definitely some kind of abundance coming through, whether through investments or taxes or an inheritance, which I know isn't always the funnest thing, but that definitely other people's resources is being highlighted. And it's even gifts from other people or investments from other people in yourself. And it's also self-transformation. So any kind of real deal spiritual work or one-on-one work would be really good for you guys to do. You can get really lucky and blessed by actually working on yourself. There's really great transformations that you Virgo risings can be having. And for Libra risings, this is interesting because it's activating your 7th house. And, you know, the 7th house is the house of Libra. So this is about relationships and new love getting activated. So it's the house of committed relationships and business partnerships, Libra rising. So if you are not already in a relationship, this is definitely where you want to take the action, right, Aries, to put yourself out there if you'd like a new relationship, because there's definitely some nice suitors, I like to call them suitors, coming forward wanting to be presented to you at this time. So really great for love, really great for actually finding a committed partner, not just dating somebody, but actually a committed partner. And also being blessed with business partnerships, people that you can work with. So that's really nice for you, Libra risings, that's activating your 7th house. Yay.
Yeah. Talk about a famous, this one, a famous Libra rising. JC. Yeah.
Oh, JC's a Libra rising?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you'll have plenty of suitors coming forward.
Oh, I'm sure he has already.
Yeah, probably. So, so Scorpio risings, this Sun-Jupiter conjunction is happening in the 6th house of Virgo. So 6th house of Virgo is our day-to-day routine, our day-to-day work, as well as our physical health and maintenance. So this is where, also similar to the Cancer risings, because 10th house and 6th house are very much about the work that we do and kind of career as well. You may be really busy working at the moment. So you may be feeling like tired from the amount of work that you're doing, but you are going to get payoffs. You are going to get really nice Sun-Jupiter rewards. So keep up the hard work. And you're also going to get really blessed by, if you do some sort of detox or cleansing or dietary change during this time, anything that has to do with your personal health routine, there's really positive changes that you can do right now. And if that's something that you're like, okay, Meg, I don't know what exactly I should do, like Julie said, ask your guides to show you, either through meditation or synchronicities through signs, what is some good health changes to make for your highest good. So Scorpio risings, it's very much about your health and changes in your day-to-day routine that you're getting lucky. And for Sagittarius risings, you guys, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So this is always really nice for you guys. This is even expanding your Jupiterian energy even more, because Jupiter is the ruler of your rising sign. And so it's lucky for you. And this is happening in your 5th house, which is not necessarily I guess you could consider the 5th house a lucky house, but it's the house of having fun and celebration and parties and enjoying life and creativity and children. So some of you could maybe even be blessed with getting pregnant if you want to get pregnant. Some of you could be blessed by relationships with the children in your life, opportunities to work with children if you're someone that does that. Also very creative. And you're being blessed with the energy of fun, which is Leo, which I feel like is so important right now. All of you Leos, Leo risings, I can't stress that enough. You guys have a very important role to hold the light and love for us at this time. So Sagittarius risings, enjoy this Sun conjunct Jupiter activating fun and creativity in your life. And if there's something creative that you used to do that maybe you don't do anymore, put the action Aries into doing it. You could write a hit song. You could write a hit book. You could write a hit blog or vlog. Put yourself out there. That's also 5th house, and be creative. So very cool for you guys. And for Capricorn risings, this Sun conjunct Jupiter is happening in your 4th house, the 4th house of Cancer. So this is about your home environment, and also family. So this is really, really nice. I know a lot of us have been struggling with some issues with our families at the moment, the family dynamic, especially if they're on a different page than us in terms of like-mindedness. So you guys are being blessed with actually harmony coming into the home and the family life. And you guys are likely to notice some improvements in the family dynamics, feeling more joyful around the family, like it's working out easier. I know a lot of us have been struggling with that with some of our families. And it's also, you know, about possibly moving to a new home or buying a new home. If you've been wanting to move somewhere or buy property, that's the 4th house, that can definitely be coming up. And it could seem like the perfect place. It can seem like it's too good to be true, because that's very much a Sun conjunct Jupiter energy. It's super positive and lucky. And it's also, you know, the home environment. Maybe you want to do some feng shui. Maybe you want to look into feng shui. I have many friends, and even myself, I don't think I ever told you this, Julie and Sophie, but a week before I met you guys and I joined Beyond Mystic, I did feng shui in my house.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't even do a lot. I just did it like in the front of the house, in the front bathroom. And then a week later, I joined Beyond Mystic.
But so, the front of the house is career.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
So Capricorn risings would be very lucky for you to, and I'm actually feeling this very strong, for you to look into feng shui and maybe do some feng shui in the home.
That's a great
And
point.
for Aquarius risings, this time.
Oh, JC, sorry, JC said, Julie, remember the hole in your apartment. So I just got to tell you this crazy story really quickly. So yes. In my old apartment, when I learned about feng shui at the very first time I learned about it, they were saying, look at your prosperity corner in your house. So where is it located? And look if there's something broken, if you have, like, let's say a hole somewhere, because it means like the abundance is getting drained on that hole, or something broken. It's not good energy. So it was in my kitchen, and I found there was a huge hole in my underneath my stove and stuff. So it was kind of hidden, but it was like, oh, it's my prosperity corner. And I was so bad with money. I was having like a really hard time like paying my bills and stuff. So I fixed this, and I put like golden handles in my kitchen, on like it was like golden knobs on my kitchen cabinets, because it's like the color for your prosperity corner, one of the colors. And then it changed everything. So yeah, I told this story to Jason. He was like, oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
So continue.
And, sorry, quickly, me too. I have to add something to that, because right after she changed that and she saw that it was really working, she asked me, so what do you have in your prosperity? And I knew nothing at the time about feng shui. And she explained where to look, and I had the cat litter. So again,
in the prosperity corner, not good.
Not good. Very
not
important
good
to do your feng shui.
Yeah, and Tim here is asking, any chance of a course on Feng Shui? Yes, we have our Feng Shui expert, Elena, and she's prepping a Feng Shui course for the Academy as we speak. So yes, let's send her positive vibes so she finishes earlier than expected. Thank you, Meg, for that great tip. I'll let you continue.
That's amazing. Awesome. I forgot Elena's going to be doing that. That's going to be amazing. Yeah. And we're going to change the world, you guys. When our whole community feng shuis our homes, that's going to be like healing for the whole world. Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So yeah, Aquarius risings, the sun conjunct Jupiter is happening in your 3rd house of Gemini. And this is the house of our local community that we live in, the neighborhood that we're living in, as well as our friends and our siblings and communication. So you guys can be blessed with actually new friend relationships or positive things happening in your local community, getting to know your neighbors more. It would actually be good if you don't know who your neighbors are to maybe go out and talk to them, maybe bring some bread or a cake or something. You know, remember when people used to do that with their neighbors? We would go over and actually knock on the door. So that would be a really lucky thing for you to do. And there can be positive relationships created. And especially what Spirit's wanting me to say, in these times of a lot of unknowns, if we have good relationships with our neighbors, that can actually help in the future if certain things go down, if certain things happen, right? So that's really important. And also communication, social media, you guys can, something you do can go viral. The 3rd house as well as the 11th house is like social media. So things that you share through your communication, whether it's speaking on a video or writing or poetry, can be seen by a lot of people and actually help a lot of people, and you can get luck through that. So it's very much about your communication. Friends, maybe you want to get together with some friends this week that you haven't seen in a while. You could be blessed with a very good time spent with your friends, very uplifting time. So that's nice, Aquarius risings. And last, we have the Pisces risings, which is Sophie, right? And Pisces risings, this sun conjunct Jupiter is happening in the 2nd house of Taurus, which is what everybody wants, because the 2nd house of Taurus is our money and our resources and our abundance. So really good for you guys in terms of that. There can be more money coming in. You know, the 2nd house is money that we make from ourselves by our own values. So it would be really good for you guys, Pisces, to take action on maybe reflecting and journaling on what are your values and what do you have to offer that is of value, and are you in alignment with maybe career or work or what you're putting your time towards with actually what your values are, right? So that is how we can be the most abundant, is when we're actually in our gifts and we're actually doing what we love to do the most. So great for abundance, Pisces rising, great for resources, and also being in nature. You may get blessed by finding a beautiful new place in nature you've never been in before. You can get blessed with a beautiful experience of actually going into nature. That's Taurus. So really great one for you guys too.
Wow, thank you so much, Meg. That's amazing. I was trying to find the bagwas for Britt Merritt's question. Thank you so much. I'm sure it's going to be of great help for everybody. So go and rewatch that video, because Meg has been dropping some truth bombs all over the video. Really, really good advice on how to best manifest this Jupiterian energy from where it falls in your birth chart. And I'm trying to find a picture of...
I can explain if you don't find any.
I have one. Okay, I have it. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna find that. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Here we go, images. So, okay, let's take this one. Okay. Why is it so small? Okay, I don't know if you guys can see, but so let's say you enter your house by the front door. So when you enter your house, you're right here in the middle of this section. So you have to, let's say, divide your house in 9 equal squares, and you have to go to the farthest square on your left, and that's going to be your prosperity section. So meanwhile we wait for Elena's course, you'll just know that in the prosperity corner, it's really important that you first of all clean it, make sure there's no energy drains like holes, things are broken, dried flowers are no good in feng shui because the energy needs to circulate. So and also the good colors there are purple, gold, and you can put symbols of wealth, of prosperity for yourself, and anything that inspires you to receive some form of abundance is really good. Did I forget something, Sophie?
I always like to also not left anything empty there, because it's about abundance. So you don't want to have broken things. You don't want to have stuff that you don't want. But even if it's just images in your empty cabinets, let's say, put images, because emptiness in abundance is not a good thing.
Yeah, Ascension Organized. Carla says, I have my pantry there so full of food. That's perfect for this abundance energy. If you have like, let's say, fresh flowers or a bowl of fresh fruits, that's also perfect for abundance.
And I have the pyramid from Carla.
Wow.
It's the Taurus one right there, and that's prosperity corner.
Oh, wow. That's just perfect. If you have a pyramid in your prosperity corner, like, wow. Perfect. And before I ask you guys for the final guidance to end tonight's show, please don't forget tomorrow to tune in for our Astro Decode on Mercury retrograde. So we'll dive deep into, if we have the time, the 12 signs, what to expect for this Mercury retrograde, which will be in Taurus. So financial sign, what can you expect money-wise, how to best strategize for that. We'll try to get into real content, not just, let's say, what's the word I'm looking for? The things you always hear about Mercury retrograde that are so surface. We'll try to avoid that as much as we can and dive into real truth. So join us there on the Mercury retrograde Astro Decode. And also tomorrow, no, that's not tomorrow, that's tonight, later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll have a very special show. That's going to be on Beyond Mystic's Rumble channel. So a very new show that we just launched, which is called Welcome to the Woo. That's going to be with Jean-Claude, Janine, and myself, and a very special mystery guest. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be in about an hour from now. So join us on Beyond Mystic's Rumble. And also tomorrow we'll be having the wonderful Beyond Astro with Meg on Beyond Mystic's YouTube channel. So that's going to be at noon Eastern. And also, let me find my chart again. Here. If you'd like to book a one-on-one session with the wonderful Sophie and the wonderful Meg, you can do so on MAISONJupiter.com. And don't forget to enter Beyond Mystic in one word for 10% off your consultation. If you have, let's say, more personal guidance questions you'd like to ask them, they are great. I saw a lot of comments here in the chat tonight. Thank you. People that had consultations with Meg and Sophie, and they were like, wow, that was so amazing. So yes, please share also in the comments below if you had a consultation with either Meg and Sophie, and how was your experience? Let us know in the chat below. And I wanted to ask you guys for your, let's say, best guidance. Either you can pull cards or just let us know your feeling about it. How can we best navigate the week ahead and also this eclipse season?
It's Judgment Day.
Okay.
So Judgment Day. So yes, I know that we talked a lot about things that are going to be changing and everything, but more than this, it's going to be, and I mean this in a very positive way, okay? So don't panic, but I think you're going to be tested. Things that are no longer in alignment with you will try to come back. So this abundance may come with opportunity that you no longer want from the past, that you have now you're past this, you're updated, you're better than this now. So it's just going to be a test to know, are you going to trust your abundance now and not take something that you have surpassed?
Wow, that's such a powerful message. I love that, because like wanting abundance is one thing, but being able to create the space to hold the abundance is another. So thank you so much, Sophie. That was great advice. What about you, Meg? How do you feel we can use the energies the best way possible for the week ahead?
Mm-hmm. I keep feeling take the action. And when you hear me say those words, take action, what are you feeling immediately? Like, oh yeah, I need to take action on that. Oh yeah, I need to take action on that. Those are the things that you need to do. And that's your intuition. That's your gut level intuition telling you where you need to take the action. And also I pulled the Pluto card for us.
Ooh.
And this is about rebirth. So this is reminding us, I'm hearing be easy on yourself and love yourself. I know that that's really oversaid and people say that all the time, but we are in a huge collective rebirth that the likes of which this planet has never seen before. And so if you're not feeling well, if you're being hard on yourself and you catch yourself in that moment, love yourself, give compassion to yourself and take it easy. It's intense times. We got to take it easy. So I'm really feeling that. And also pulled the Libra card of balance. And what I'm feeling with this is don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to talk to others if you need to talk to someone. That's what we're all about in like-minded community, is actually getting back to the real community connection. And I keep feeling the past week, Spirit keeps reminding me about how we used to live in communities. All our ancestors all over the world used to live in communities. We didn't live in these separate houses. We didn't live far away from each other, from people that were like-minded. And that's something that we're coming back to during these times. Not to say that we all have to live in little huts all beside each other or anything, but coming back to community values and ethics. And part of that is, when someone's going through something, the community supports them. So don't be afraid to ask for support and to ask for help from the people in your life.
Wow, I love that. And also like how important are like your relationships in your life. So oh yeah, and you guys are very important to me. So thank you for your beautiful presence and guidance as usual. And thank you to everybody that's been listening to our live and that will watch the replay. We love you. Thank you for being part of this amazing community. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you very soon. Au revoir.
Bye. Love you.
Thanks, everybody.